What's up, guys? Just another update. Just gonna get right into this. This year's season of Louie was epic. It was fucking crazy. I think there's still one more episode, but so far, I mean, this dude is just on a fucking... There's just these dudes that are just... We're so lucky to get them in our generations, in the generations that we get them in, because they're so important to our generations. These people who are just machines, and they just put out this fucking solid material for just... It just keeps pouring out of them. Whether it's because of a certain drug, whatever it is, they get on this just winning streak is what it is. Then they just get on the streak if they just don't stop doing successful things. And Louie is currently in one of these fucking riptides, and you can see that in every season of his show, you can see him get better as a director and as an editor and as a producer. And as a writer and as an actor. It's fucking crazy. I mean, like, the complexity of him as an actor when you watch the show is crazy. He plays like he has so many scenes where he's like playing, he's acting like he's acting, being a comedian, acting in a show that he's making in the show. And you got to keep in mind he's directing it. I mean, it's just fucking... It's crazy. The dude's just on another level, and on top of just the comedy and touring he does, he's crazy. But definitely beautiful thing to have him in this time. Happy I get to live alongside people like that. So yeah. Anyway, this year was good, and the reason I mention that is because it's one of the few TV shows that I watch. I don't watch that much TV, so yeah. Louie is definitely a good show to watch if you're not watching it. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Space sharks. I think if there were space sharks, good things would happen less. I don't know how this ended up on the list. I feel like I had something. I feel like when I wrote this on here, I had more to it. But fuck it, space sharks. Oh, all right. So we got some drama to get into. This may be a longer video, maybe 2 parts. Maybe give you something to listen to while we while you start up your Mist of Pandaria experience. I feel like, and this may be just me just realizing something. It's not something I just realized, but it's more obvious now than ever. And it may be me just realizing this thing, and if so, I'm sorry. But it seems like Mitt Romney is deliberately this bad. Now, I hold the belief that it's all a scripted play. But I like to believe that the actors in it have at least some leverage. Otherwise, we'd know more than we do about it being a play. But this specific incident, it's so obvious. The longer that this guy, or the closer we get to election, it seems like this guy it seems like the media and almost himself, they're trying to make him seem clearly worse than Obama, so that, Obama seems good in contrast. It just seems like they're trying to, because they barely got Bush through, you know what I'm saying? Al Gore won, and they barely squeezed him through. So to get Obama to win again, it has to be... now we are so connected now. It's not... You cannot get through. They barely got through doing that shit they did with Bush. They cannot pull that shit off again. So it seems like they have to make it so clear that he's going to win the election, so that there's no question. I mean, obviously there's no question that both candidates are no fun, but they have to make Obama look great in contrast by having a Mitt Romney. If it wasn't Mitt Romney, it'd be another guy just spouting the same evil shit every day. And like evil to the point that it's like you're not even fucking pleasing anybody at this point. I was at Whataburger, which is right across the street from the high rise I used to live at, and it's right by the school I picked my girlfriend up from. I'll get to into that later. Yes, we're living together now, kind of. But I was stopping and getting her lunch, and I saw a guy in front of me. This was 2 days ago, and there was he had a Mitt Romney bumper sticker. And for some reason, Whataburger just takes for fucking ever. I ordered a number 1 and a number 2, and they told me, and it was the middle of the day, and there were like 4 people in the drive-thru, but they still told me to go wait out front. Like I ordered a big ass meal and made me feel all bad, but so I had to wait out front. So whatever. But I'm looking at this guy in this SUV who has, or I'm looking at his SUV and it has a Mitt Romney bumper sticker. And I'm just thinking to myself, how do you intellectually let that pass? How do you cognitively let that pass in your head as a good idea to have him as your president? It's one thing for the media to be putting him out there and all that kind of shit, but to personally be supporting the guy, it's a weird thing. Anyway, the guy got out, and I was watching him walk to his car, and it just seemed like another evil old rich guy. And he was definitely an old white guy, and he was in a suit, so I don't know. I've just developed a certain. I'm almost racist against my own race, because the people that scare me the most are old rich guys in suits. Like, those people scare the fuck out of me, because those are the people really controlling shit. Like, when you're watching those Alex Jones things and you see all these undercover footage of people doing shit. The people who are running the world, it's all just old evil rich people that just look all mad and angry. I was watching some documentary. You can find it in my favorites. It's called the human. It's like the human story or something like that. The human spirit story or something like that. I don't know what it is. It's really interesting. There's an hour-long condensed version, and there's the 4-hour-long version. I recommend the hour-long version, and if you like it, watch the 4-hour version. But it's just this guy's just compiled a bunch of theories and it's just a theory of how we came to be, and it's compiled by it's made up of it's a compilation of a bunch of writing from old Egyptologists and a bunch of old prominent writers from crazy times. But it seems to start around Atlantis and build up from there. But it's good times. But anyway, I feel like I was... Where the fuck was I? Anyway, I lost where I was, but let's move on. I may get back to it. But I just feel like Mitt Romney sucks dick. I feel like did I leave that topic yet? Let's move on. I lost where I was. I hate it when I do that. I wish I was a person who edited my videos. And I know I say that a lot, but I wish I could like stop it and go, oh, let's listen to that back and see where I stopped and pick up and fucking things I do for you guys. So, anyway, we have I've had 2 deaths. 2 more deaths that have happened to talk about. First one was Siri, my first sugar glider. And that sucks. It happened right around the time my mom died, so I didn't really do much about it. Because it was just kind of like, just fucking throw it in there, whatever. I mean, I'm already dealing with this, so. But it sucks. I mean, she was a beautiful glider, and I do have some last clips from the last time I saw her, but. And I actually did make a video about this, but it was really just me venting, and you'll probably see it in a couple months, but in it I was just venting about what happened, but it was right after this incident. I got a call from my girlfriend's grandmother, and it turned out that Scotty had seen my video. Scotty is my girlfriend's ex stepfather, kinda. It's her mom's boyfriend, but she no longer lives with her mom. Hope I'm not talking too low. So yeah, I guess Scotty had seen the video of me showing that I had Syria, or one of them. I don't know if I had one or more. But he asked that I return her, and I offered a ridiculous amount of money in cash. Wouldn't accept it. He just wanted to make me just give it back. Whatever. So it sucked, but I got some goodbye clips of her and stuff of when I last saw her in her cage, and eventually the grandma showed up and took her. And it was either that or the boyfriend was gonna throw a fit and threaten Lindgren with like he was gonna like try to throw her in jail for like stealing from him, even though the glider was raised for me to begin with. But anyway, I gave her back, and within a month or so, I had found out she had passed away. So that kind of sucks. It was their first glider they ever had pass away. The family didn't accept it back. Didn't accept her back because gliders are very colony-like. When she came back to them, they didn't really accept her, since she had been with me for so long as a baby and then kind of grew up out of it. I don't know. But they didn't really accept her, and then she kind of stopped eating, and things just went downhill from there. And then just one night, she just puffed up and then just died. It's unfortunate because I love that little thing. She was beautiful, beautiful. But now I have a new glider, along with Kaori. I got her a friend. It's Lindgren's glider. I got her back in July or August. But she's a platinum glider. She's about the same age as Kaori, and they're sisters now. I got them bonded to each other. Her name's Zoe. Oh shit! Remind me to stop recording in about 3 minutes, so I don't have to edit this in Sony Vegas to make this 2 parts. Anyway, so yeah, that's what happened. But while we're on this, before I get on to the second death that happened, yeah, so Lynn ran away, my girlfriend, and this happened a while ago, but I haven't been able to talk about it due to them just wanting me to keep it on the DL for a second. But eventually, her predicament at our house just got too bad, and we just one night we talked her into running away, and she eventually made it. Over a couple of days, she made it to her grandma's house, and then her mom found out and said, "Oh, it's okay. I just want to come say hi," and then came over and then like bring over cops and stuff, and it was just a mess. And then the boyfriend threw a fit and everything because he's just malevolent, and he's just controlling, and he has this God complex. But so she ends up at her grandma's, and the cops were like, "Whatever, what the fuck are you doing? This is all a family thing. Why are you bringing us over here?" So they eventually left. Like they tried to cuff Lynn up, and Lynn was like, "Get the fuck out of here! Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get off me!" And so the cops left, and her mom tried to like drag her by the hair, and as her mom was walking away, she like tripped and broke her ankle, or did something to it real severely. Anyway, this was a couple months back. Anyway, she ended up living at her grandma's. So good news, and Scotty and all them are out of the picture now. And her mom started working for me, and I got on recording audio of her apologizing to me and admitting everything and explaining to me the whole situation and why they treated me the way they did and everything. So that was good. And yeah, she worked for me for a little while, and but then she decided she didn't want my money anymore because the boyfriend, or because she's afraid. I don't know. It's a fucking mess. Whatever. So she's not working for me anymore, but her grandma, my girlfriend's mom's mom is, and she's cleaning my house now and doing my laundry and all that. So that's cool. And now Lynn and I semi-live together. I pick her up after school, and we spend the rest of the day together, and then I take her home, and then we spend weekends together. It's good times. She helps a lot. She gives a lot more of a fuck about me than I usually do. So we go well together. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this now so we can go ahead and start the next video without having to just talk awkwardly for the next 14 seconds. So be right back.